Welcome to this session on choosing the right visualization technique. In this session, you will understand what to consider when you're picking your chart type and the advantages and disadvantages of certain chart types. Understanding the purpose of your visualization. First, you need to know the data type. Is it categorical, numerical, or time series? The audience. Consider their familiarity with visualizations. And lastly, the message. What story do you want to convey? Matching visualization types to data types. Different data types are best suited for specific visualization techniques. Here's a general guideline. For categorical data, nominal or ordinal data such as gender, categories, or rankings can be effectively represented using bar charts, stacked bars, pie charts, or donut charts. For quantitative data, interval or ratio data such as numerical values, measurements, or percentages can be visualized using line charts, area charts, scatter plots, box plots, or histograms. For time series data, data that changes over time, such as stock prices or sales figures, this can be displayed using line charts, area charts, or time series plots. So what are the principles and best practices? Simplicity. Keep visualizations clear and concise. Avoid clutter. For accuracy, ensure accurate representation of data. Misleading visuals can lead to wrong conclusions. In terms of consistency, use consistent colors, fonts, and scales across your visualizations. And for context, provide context to aid interpretation. Explain what the data represents. What are the advantages and disadvantages of these techniques? The disadvantage for pie charts is that it may not accurately represent differences in small data sets. It can be difficult to compare values across categories. For the advantage, it's easy to understand and compare parts to the whole, and it is effective for displaying proportions or percentages. For bar charts, the disadvantage is that it can be less effective for displaying continuous data, and it can be limited in representing more than one or two variables. For the advantages, it is easy to read and compare values across categories, and it is effective for displaying large datasets with categorical data. For line charts, the disadvantage is that it may be confusing if there are too many data points or variables. The advantage, on the other hand, is that it is effective for showing trends over time, and it is able to display continuous data with multiple variables. For scatter plots, the disadvantages include being limited in representing categorical data, and it may be difficult to interpret with many data points. The advantages include visualizing relationships and dependencies between two or more variables, and being able to identify outliers or clusters of data. For maps, the disadvantages include that it may be limited in representing other types of data and the difficulty in comparing values across different regions. The advantages, on the other hand, are it can clearly display geographic data and effective for showing spatial patterns or distribution while being able to represent various attributes with colors or symbols. For infographics, the disadvantages are that it may oversimplify or omit critical information, and it requires careful design and layout planning. Its advantages are that it condenses complex information into a visually appealing format, and it engages and captivates the audience. Now, we are going to look at the different data visualization tools and software. Thanks for engaging in this unit, and see you in the next one.